My name is Leslie Allen and I coordinate events and groups for older people in the Borough of Lewisham. I think I was inspired when I was doing my nurse training back in Reading many years ago by a ward sister, an Irish ward sister, who was wonderful with the patients, and she was somebody that I aspired to be like. She had time for everybody. She treated everyone with compassion and care and brought a bit of fun to our nursing shifts as well. So I think she was particularly inspiring. I think my mother was another inspiring woman who taught me to believe in myself and to follow dreams and to enjoy life. She could walk into a room and brighten it up, so yeah, I think I got a lot of inspiration from her. I think I was always interested in people, spending time with people, and the role of caring. And in those days, it wasn't so much about bringing joy to people, but just helping them along the way. Yeah, and I felt very much called to be a nurse. I know they say about vocations, but I did feel as if that was the right path for me. I think we live in a fractured world, and a world that perhaps we don't always see enough kindness and compassion. And I feel that it's really important to instill those principles along the way, really. And if we can care for people, then I think that's really important. So for me, caring I think it's quite a natural thing. I don't think it's something I particularly think about too much. I think it's just something I've always been quite involved with, caring for people, even at a young age. The challenges, I think, were always one of lack of resources, similar to now perhaps, lack of manpower, the desire for things to be better, the dreams that the NHS and that mental health nursing could be perhaps better than it was, with more adequate facilities and better resources to provide better care. But it was always very much about ensuring that there were activities for older people. At one stage during my nursing, we had art therapists and music therapists and people who would come into our wards and provide all those extras. And that unfortunately was stopped due to financial restraints, really. But I felt that was really important for patients. Okay, so the Diamond Club is a group of older people that have been meeting in Hartley Hall, connected to Holy Cross Catholic Church for 20 years this year. It started with a little bit of interest from a few older people, and within a few weeks grew from 5 or 6 people to 20, 30, and now we have about 72 members. We have reading groups, we have speakers that come in and talk about health promotional activities or just things of interest. People come and take part in exercise, physical exercise such as seated Zumba. We have a wonderful, warm, inspiring teacher who leads that class. Members themselves lead some of the activities, so they will, if they have a skill, they would be asked to demonstrate that. We've had somebody who's done flower arranging, somebody who ran a painting class for us, somebody who made pom-poms and showed the rest of the group to make them. We always have a game of bingo and a raffle, but we go on outings to the theatre, to places of interest, to the seaside, small holidays. We're a dementia-friendly organisation, so all our activities are very much geared for people who might be living with dementia and their carers. There's a lot of laughter within the group, which is nice. So yeah, so that's the Diamond Club. Bring Me Sunshine has expanded from the Diamond Club, and that's because we had a waiting list and we felt there was a need for more events for older people in our local community. So we started with a a holiday at home type experience. So each day in a church hall we provided a different theme, as if they were visiting a different country. So we had food from Spain, entertainment from Spain, then another day it was Egypt. We had a day that was India, and our local priest made lunch for everybody, and we had entertainment. So that was a great experience for people, lots of entertainment, lots of fun along the way. And we've had to adapt how we've worked, and we've delivered activity bags and magazines to 200 older people regularly. We've had people entertain on doorsteps for people. We've had tea parties on the doorstep. We've tried to bring other arts to people. So we've had a dance group from Trinity Laban come and perform, and a project called Give a Song, who've come and sang on doorsteps and entertained and bring a birthday song to people. I think one of the challenges is that often people are perhaps put into a box and stereotyped and maybe labelled as somebody, if they have dementia, who isn't capable perhaps of being part of a community group or organisation or society as a whole. And I think if we're able to provide a space that people can join in, and you can have somebody living with dementia sitting beside somebody who perhaps has other needs, then I think it's a great thing to integrate people. I think people living with dementia, they often are able to look back and recount these wonderful stories. Maybe not so much that they can remember what happened yesterday, but they can go way back and share these. And of course, that makes them feel part of things and empowered and a sense of worth then when they can do that. I think there's a risk for us all within our communities that people are put on the outskirts and not involved in our community as a whole. So I think there are huge benefits for their health and well-being to be connected to other people. That we've seen that the amount of depression amongst older people and worsening of dementia symptoms if they're not able to be connected with others and have people in their lives to support. So yeah. We tend to very much promote some of the healthy ways of looking after our own mental health. So we tend to have days. We had a day that looked at sleep and sleep deprivation. We looked at depression. We worked with the local psychological therapies groups who came in and delivered different sessions. We looked at relaxation, and we looked at death and dying and how people might feel about that subject, and about whether they felt they could talk about things or even plan and prepare. We had a gentleman who died, and he was very removed from his family. He only had 2 nieces that he wasn't in contact with. And they came to us to ask, did we know what his wishes were? But luckily we did know, because we'd had those discussions. We even got people filled in performers and sort of express, oh, these are the hymns I like, or this is what I'd like. So it is important. And we've had a couple of relatives, children, who've said to their older parents, oh, we don't want to talk about that. Now, that's not going to happen for a long time. But they actually did want to talk about it. They did want to prepare. So yes, I think it's been good. I think the advice would be to look after myself. Something perhaps I've been accused of not always doing, that sometimes you can look after the world, but you don't always look after yourself. So I would say think about your own health and when you're younger, and hopefully then you won't have too many adverse effects later on in life. So I would certainly say that. But I think on the whole, I would say to live life to the full, to get the maximum out of it that you can. So to work hard, but to play hard as well. don't always worry about the little things. That be kind, be caring, be compassionate to people along the way, and you'll be rewarded for that. You'll have a good life. You will feel that you're giving and fulfilling your life, and to enjoy it.